We've all felt the symptoms of stress. Life gets on top of us and we start to feel worried, can't concentrate, can't sleep, and generally our mood is rubbish. Some folk can strive in stressful situations and perform better under pressure, but for most of us, stress can eventually start to have an adverse effect on our health. So we know what causes us to become stressed, but what actually is stress? Stress is our body's reaction to feeling threatened or under pressure, and it can have an effect on both our bodies and our mental health. The good news is there are loads of simple things you can add into your daily routine to help cope with the pressures of stress. Today, I'm your stress guru. Let's wash away all of that tension with some stress-busting tips. When you're stressed, it's easy to just sink into the couch, hide away and continue to worry. I know that when things get tough, I want to get away from it all and just zone out for a bit. Even though you probably don't feel like it, a bit of exercise can really reduce the pressure that stress puts on your body. Running, cycling, or even just a kickabout in the park or the garden releases mood-boosting endorphins in your body. Exercise is also brilliant for helping you clear your mind. You're focusing on your heart, your lungs, your legs, and not thinking about what's stressing you out. And once you release those endorphins, you might find you have a different perspective on what you've been worrying about. Stress can sometimes lead us to bottle up all of our emotions. Don't do it. Keeping it all in can create a vicious cycle of worries. Talk out your worries with someone close to you. They might be able to give you a different perspective, or even just by saying everything out loud, you might see things differently yourself. I know that when I'm stressed out, my family are just a phone call away to make me a little bit happier. And even though they don't know the ins and outs of what I'm talking about, they can be great at helping me see the bigger picture. Now, more than ever, it's important to keep in touch with your support network. Whether it's your family or friends, reach out and tell them how you're feeling. Everyone feels stressed at one time or another, and you may find they need a bit of a vent too. If you feel like you didn't have anyone to turn to, consider speaking to your GP or pharmacist about how you're feeling, or call the Samaritans who are there 24/7 to talk to you. Who would have thought it, but sitting still and doing nothing can actually be good for your health. It may be something that you've never tried before, but mindfulness can help you see stressful situations from a different perspective. Mindfulness is a type of meditation that improves our awareness of what we're feeling and sensing at that moment and allows us to relate differently to negative experiences. Things that we have built up to mountains can very quickly be knocked back down into molehills. I try my best to take 15 minutes out of a busy day to sit peacefully without judgment or distractions like my phone, paying attention to what I'm feeling and thinking calmly about what I can do to improve stressful situations. It really puts me in a much better frame of mind. Next time you load up a game of FIFA or decide to scroll the night away on Insta, take just 15 minutes out for some mindfulness. There are loads of free guided mindfulness sessions online which are great if you're just starting out and really help when you're just sitting wondering what to do. I know. When you're stressed, it's easy to lean towards unhealthy food, a cigarette or a drink to feel better for a few minutes, but these things aren't just giving you a wee mood boost. They can contribute to making your stress worse long term, not to mention giving you even more problems than you started with. When your body is feeling the pressures of stress, it needs that little bit of extra TLC to get you through it. Look after yourself by drinking water to keep your body hydrated, getting that exercise every day and eating as healthy as you can with 5 portions of fruit and veg each day. There's nothing wrong with a takeaway after a long, hard week. Just try and keep things in moderation. Newsflash: social media can be pretty terrible for our mental health, and looking at a constant stream of seemingly perfect lives can make you feel even more stressed. We've all been there, but letting go of your phone or tablet for a bit each night can help you to disconnect from stressful situations, and it gives your brain a rest from constant information. I honestly find it hard myself with my phone constantly buzzing, but try to set some time limits and curfews on your tech, especially before bedtime. Stress can really affect your sleep, leaving you struggling to nod off into a peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. A lack of sleep can have a knock-on effect on your overall physical and mental well-being, reducing your body's ability to recharge and deal with stress. Getting a good night's sleep can be difficult, but we have you covered. Check out our latest Ask the Pharmacist videos on how to get the perfect night's kit on our YouTube channel. We're all guilty of it. We lose perspective and give ourselves a hard time for things that are completely out of our control. Focusing on things that we can't control can be overwhelmingly stressful. Try to be kind to yourself and concentrate on the things in life that you do have control over, and reward yourself for all the awesome stuff you've achieved. And always remember, you're doing great.